Somebody please explain to me how ICE is hiring foreigners to deport foreigners.
Hey, you touch me?
I didn't touch
you. Touch me?
I didn't touch
you. Touch me?
It's all on camera.
You touch me?
It's all on camera. It's all on camera.
You touch me?
It's all on camera.
You're making contact.
It's all on.
You touch
I didn't
me?
touch nobody.
Yes, you did.
I'm over there recording everything.
Sir, you sure did.
I'm recording.
No, easy.
I'm recording.
You touch me?
I'm recording.
It's okay. I'll put you on the ground right now.
Put me on the ground. Go back to work. Yeah.
Cut it and show to her.
I will.
Cut the video and show to her.
I will.
Cut it and show
I
to
will.
her. Cut the video
will.
and show to her.
I will.
Cut it and show to her. You see how you do to me?
Go to work. Good boy.
That's the long.
Now, maybe it's possible this guy's a naturalized citizen or something like that, but I guarantee you that accent, he wasn't born here.
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, and that is who the world English calls God, Bahashim, which means in the name, Yahweh Shai, also which means He is our salvation, and that is who the world also ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man, who, by the way, only came for the Israelites, all right? Now, the first clip you saw was of a foreigner, allegedly a foreigner. He sounded like a foreigner, at least. And now he's employed by ICE to deport or aid in the assistance of deporting other foreigners. Now, I found this video that I did almost a year or two ago, because it's coming up on 2 years, because it was back when Biden was in office, showing you that during the Biden administration, he allowed military age men to come through the border for this very specific moment that we see now. All right. You had military age man from China, from Africa, and some of the Latin countries as well. But now we see that they were prepared for this moment now, because now ICE is ramping up its personnel, and they're using foreigners that they let in through Biden administration. See, once you see that both of these Republicans and Democrats are working for the same cause, you won't be fooled or taken anymore. All right? It's not so much that they try to put the Republicans against the Democrats. It's that they all are both working for the same entity. All right? And that's to do the bid of the wicked elite. And they want to bring forth martial law. All right? And they're setting the stage. And these foreigners, these UN troops, all right, under the guidelines and covers of these masks, are here for that very specific moment. Now, if you're waiting on a blue helmet to say you win, you may have to wait a little bit longer, because now they're disguised and hidden behind ICE, okay? And I'm going to play this video right here that I made a video almost 2 years ago warning for this very exact moment that we're seeing ourselves coming into now, all right? So check this out.
Here. That taxi cab right there that just dropped off these African guys, man. I'm driving around and just seeing this shit in real time. Guys, we're at war. Look at this here. I just seen this taxi cab drop off these African guys. All these damn African guys right here in our community. Africans, guys. Look at them. Look at them right there. Look at them Africans right there. I'm looking at you, bro. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Look at him right there, guys.
And that's probably one of the ones that's in the ICE now. He's probably the one that was in that ICE video that we seen in the beginning. All right? Because ICE they low on people that want to join ICE, all right? So what are they going to do? They're going to look to employ or look to deploy these foreigners that they brought in through the Biden administration, all right? And this is going back to 2 years almost when Biden was in office.
In our community, look at it right there. I ain't no punk. Look, I'm checking you out, bro. I'm checking, look at these Africans guys right here. They just dropped these guys off in our community, guys. African guys in our communities. And then when you see the crime rate picks up, it ain't because it's so-called black on black crime. It's these Africans right here. I'm just saying they just been dropped off in our communities, guys. Dropped off. Look at this right here. I've seen.
Yeah, they was dropped off into a specific time, which we are now seeing that time why they was dropped off and brought over here for, to be what? Weaponized against the people here in America.
Police watching these guys just because they're dropping them off in our communities. They're just dropping them off in our communities. Look at them. Look at them. Look at these African guys. This is war. Where are the women and the children? Look at this, guys. And at nighttime, what do you think these guys going to...
Great point. There are no women and children because they weren't brought over here. These are the military men that they're going to use to ramp and amp up their martial law. As you can see, the title that I did a while back are Walmart employees, which was, a play on word, because if you use that word mark, it goes into martial. And if you reverse wall, it goes into law. So it says are Walmart employees, MLT, martial law troops. All right.
Do. What do you think? What do you think they're going to do? We need to stand up. Stop being punks. Stop being so holy and sanctified and precious and all that shit. Because we're at war. Go around, man. Look at this guy right here. Hey, you African, right? Yeah. You're African, right? What African country are you from? What's that?
And this is one of these are your ICE troops right here, man. Going into that first video that was played, this is who behind the mask now. We seeing it come into place now. This is who ICE is hiring, man.
What African country are you from?
America.
Okay. How long have you been here?
Come?
You just got dropped off right here, right?
No, c'est gars là, qu'est-ce que tu vois?
You stand.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
So this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. It reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we understand that they play in both sides, the Republicans and the Democrats. They all work together. All right. They're two feathers on the same bird, man. You see, they have the same agenda of the elite. Whatever the elite wants done, they get it done, on whether or not they would have elected Kamala Harris or President Donald J. Trump. The results are going to be the same, and that is civil unrest and chaos. All right. They brought the quote unquote illegal, undocumented immigrants through the borders in the Biden administration, and now Trump and this administration is deputizing them. All right. Because why? They're going to take out the Americans, man. All right. It's going to be the Americans versus the federal, those that have been deputized under the federal government. All right. Which is why it's going to be civil war on the shores of America. All right. And if you don't know what's going on, you're going to get taken advantage of out there protesting and trying to, riot and all this stuff right here. These foreigners, they don't have a dog in the fight. They don't care about this land. This wasn't the land they were born on. All right. They weren't born in Florida or Georgia or Texas or New York or whatever other state. They were born in another country, brought over here to do what? To bring chaos. All right. Matter of fact, let's go there. This is 2 Ezra 16 and 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. These are going to be your new militarized authority, deputized by the government, particularly the administration of this current under Donald J. Trump. Because now he's adding more money to the Department of Homeland Security budget so they can hire more agents to fill more jobs in the ICE patrol. So it says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. See? So the roles are going to reverse. As you've seen in the video that I did almost 2 years ago, how the guy in Atlanta was driving up to him, asking him, what is he doing? Now the roles are going to be reversed where they're going to be driving up and looking for you. And if you ain't doing anything, they're going to take you to these detention centers. And then you're going to be offered and given the choice to take the mark of the beast or to be beheaded, or whatever sentence it is that they're going to give to you. Verse 69, and they that consented to them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. And once you take that chip and you get microchip, that's it. You belong to them. You belong to these elites. It says, verse 70, for there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, right? Because they're going to come after us, all right, the Israelites. That's what this is all coming down to, all right? They're just going about it, in a surreptitious way so you won't be able to pick up, all right? But they're closing their net and tightening it in where they're going to target the Israelites, in particular the elect of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect of you. It says, come on now. It says, verse 70, for there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Verse 71, now here it is. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So these foreigners that they brought over here during the Biden administration, these Chinese, Moabites, these Hamites, these Africans, they finna really turn up, man, because they've been waiting, all right, for almost 2 years, all right? Now it's time for them to start getting deputized and badged with the federal government, and now they can start going out and doing what they were brought over here to do in the first place, terrorizing you Israelites, all right? So don't get spooked or taken by surprise when you get stopped and pull over and you hear someone with an African accent asking you for your paperwork and whether or not you got the chip and whether or not you got your digital ID up to date, because this is what they were brought over here for, all right? And we're seeing it, okay? So don't be, tooken and caught off guard because you're not watching and paying attention, all right? Which is why we're going to read this and then we're going to close it out with 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil. See, we read that 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. Because your adversary, the devil. Both of these administrations are all the same. They set this whole thing up. They played on the mindset of you dumbass Americans to believe that this was all a choice that you made or voted for Trump to bring and make America great again. Hell no, they all working in cahoots, man. All right? See, you Americans are going to come to realize that this was a psyop, a government psyop all from the beginning, man. All right? To make you believe that one administration is against another, but yet you'll see them sitting side by side at a funeral. You seen Trump and Obama sitting next to each other at the funeral. I forgot who had passed away, but they were sitting next together at the funeral, showing you, man, that this is all an illusion. All right? And you dumbass Americans, you've been bought. You've been had, should I say. So 1 Peter 5 and 8 says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And now he's at the point where now he's got the people in an uproar because some lady allegedly was unalived by a ICE agent. This is all where they want to take this at. They want to take this into all-out chaos and mayhem. And if you get caught up out there in it, that's because you deserve it. Because why? You didn't take heed to the instructions. We're telling you to be sober and be vigilant. Leave that to them, man. It's going to be a time where they're going to come and focus all their attention on us, the Israelites. But you don't need to be out there stoking the fire, You need to be seeking the Lord 10 times more for when that time comes. And we right around the corner. We are in Jacob's trouble. We in the beginning stages. All right? All it takes is one incident, an outage, a blackout, more unaliving by ICE agents or people that's unaliving ICE agents, and we here, man. America's right there at the boiling point, all right? And that pot is getting ready to be tilt over, and all that stuff is gonna spew out, all right? So get right with the Lord while you still got time. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, all right? So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We're almost home. Shalom. Peace.